Howdy, hotshots. It's the Dividend Daddy, your favorite not a financial advisor with not financial advice. I did a short earlier about an article that came across from Yahoo Finance saying that the EV car makers' rebate of $7,500 for a car sale had a hard deadline of September 30th, according to the Big Beautiful Bill. Well, it sounds like now the IRS is interpreting that ruling as that they could actually still give you the $7,500 discount as long as you had a contract in place before September 30th, even if delivery took place after that. So I had done a video earlier about some options plays available on EV car makers and car maker related stocks, a couple higher yielding options plays that you could do that were on relatively inexpensive stocks. And so I thought that was really interesting. I also wanted to look at ULTY's holdings to see how they could benefit from this. Well, Tesla is still in ULTY's holdings. So I actually think, it could be, we've mentioned it before, you buy the rumor and you sell the news. But if people see this article and think that that's a boon for EV car makers, it might be good for Tesla. And Tesla is one of our big holdings in ULTY. I noticed that when there was a downturn a little bit last week, there was a flight to safety. And so we had Target and Pfizer and higher yielding and blue chip stocks that went up. Gold went up, everything went up when people moved out of risk on assets to more of risk off assets, even though sometimes they're risky anyway. And so today I had quite a drawdown in my accounts, but it looked like it was focused more on individual stocks, not on the market overall. And so Target was one of them. And it went down quite a bit today. And so I went into ULTY's holdings to see, do they still own Target? Because that's not going to be great for them. Well, they don't own Target anymore. So they got out of that at a good time too. It looks like they've made a couple of good decisions. Misty was down today. My whole crypto account was down today. And so I went in there to look at their holdings. It looks like ULTY said, bye-bye Bitcoin. They got rid of Mara Holdings and they don't have any MicroStrategy or Misty in the fund right now. And I think that was a good choice. They got out of that with good timing too. So they've made a couple good decisions. And you can see it by how even though several stocks were down today, ULTY held strong. It had that little run up at the end of last week. We didn't give up an inch of it today. It did open and push down a little bit, but it came right back up and started trading, still at a discount to NAV. So you're still getting a discount if you buy it of 0.35%, I think is what I saw. But it was holding the line and it closed right at about 574. After hours, it was back up to 576. So it's right in there and it held those gains that it got on Friday. So I'm really happy with that. And I'm actually really happy that they got rid of Mara and that they got rid of MicroStrategy. I actually don't really think I would care if they got rid of Bitmine too, because it's just really hard to time the crypto market. At least you can look at the quality of a company and trends that the company has had before when they're making decisions on which companies to sell covered calls on, which companies to buy into. You can look at their financials and what the analysts think that it's going to go to. Crypto is a lot more unpredictable. So I wouldn't even mind if they stayed mostly out of the crypto game. I know there's a lot of gains to be had there, and I do believe in the future of crypto, but it is very volatile. And even though we're looking for volatility so that we can get high premiums on the calls that we sell, I'm not 100% sure that it pays off not to participate in the huge gains that it has, but to participate in a lot of the downturns that it has. So I think stocks might be a little bit easier for them to get an edge on and keep our NAV steady and our payments high. All right, D-Gens, I'll talk to you later.